Hey, what is up everybody? Today we are going to be going over tips and tricks for Orisa's shield barrier. The first trick I have is to use the payload as a mobile shield barrier. For some maps it's pretty obvious like Junkertown, but other maps like Dorado or Eichenwald where they have a higher payload, you can still latch on the shield on the side of the payload and essentially create the same effect of a mobile barrier. The next trick is shield turtling, where you can press yourself against the corner of a building and put the shield as close as possible to your body without having your gun stick out. In this case, I didn't put it perfectly against my body. If you do it right, there's no room for the enemy to really shoot at you if they were to pass the barrier, and you essentially get free shots at them. The next trick is shield dancing, where you can jump back and forth between your shield and the enemy to prolong your life. As you can see here, the soldier is trying to get at me, but then I just keep on jumping back and forth. Yes, I take some damage here and there, but overall it's not as much as it could be. Usually, most Orisas angle their shield straight forward, which isn't bad most of the time, but you can get a lot more usage out of it if you slightly angle it to the side. As you can see in this Anubis clip, the right side is open, and if I angle my shield a little, I can protect both my right and my forward facing side. The same thing can be said on the well map. Usually you would just put it right in front of you, but that kind of opens up both your right and your left side. You might as well just choose an extra side to protect. In this case, I like to choose my right side because that's where I get flanked. And if you angle it just slightly to the right, you can protect both your forward and right side. Another small little tip is to not set your shields out in the open. Always make sure that you have a fallback. In this case, this shield is really bad because if it runs out and I don't have another shield on cooldown, I have to run all the way back to that corner in order to take cover and wait for my cooldowns. Whereas if I just take a few steps back and I set it up right here at this corner, and let's just say I'm fighting, my shield gets low, and I've already used my second shield, I can just hold behind this corner and wait for my cooldown to come down before I do this. The next tip is shield stacking. If you notice in this example, first I just do a traditional put your shield down, wait till it gets low, and then put the next shield down. And as you can see, I barely make it in time to have another shield up before I do take a little bit of damage. Whereas if I shield stack, which is pointing your mouse all the way up until you can't move any higher and pressing the deploy shield button, the shield will land perfectly where you're standing, and the cooldown for the shield is slowly counting down, and then my shield will come down. So I will have a new shield essentially 2 more seconds after that. So this allows you to have shields more readily available. Usually this only works at the beginning of a defensive hold, or if the enemy is really slowly chipping away at your first shield, you can probably shield stack the second one, hoping that the first one wouldn't break. The last tip is CSGO Shields, and it is the offensive counterpart to shield stacking, where you shoot your shield ahead and your cooldown starts counting down. This allows you to have another shield readily available, and this usually gives you the ability to win the shield war during an engagement. I actually made a video about this. I'm going to link it up in the top right. You actually have to memorize a few spots to make the shield land in the perfect area of the choke point, so that's probably too much for me to go over in this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. I'd love to also hear in the comments below any other videos or ideas that you may have. Thanks for watching.